Imagine with me for a second that you were in a world where RPG-like dungeons spawn randomly and groups of people team up to take them down for money. Now imagine you're one of these said people, but you're actually the weakest person to have ever partaken in this profession. Now also imagine that after a life-altering failure of a raid where you stumble across creatures of divine proportions that single-handedly wipe out an entire group of hunters, and leaving the ones who do survive mentally scarred, you gain the ability to level up by completing real-life missions, in turn making you one of the strongest humans alive. Now also imagine you're a hot Korean boy. Yes, just like that. Oh man, that is exactly what I want. That's what I'm talking about. That right there, that is a hot. What are we talking about? I completely, solo leveling. That's right. Yeah. Let's get into the review. Play that opening. Solo Leveling is a manhwa based off of a Korean novel of the same name written by Chu Gong. This one was a fan request, and boy oh boy am I glad we landed on this story. Now, we are primarily going to cover up to chapter 50 because in my opinion that's kind of the first big story arc, if you will. Plus it has over 100 chapters, and that's a lot of stuff to cover with my little chibi boy hands. Anyway, as mentioned before, Solo Leveling takes place in a world where dungeon crawling is not only real, but it's also a pretty lucrative business, although death is plentiful, so really it's a win-win. Our main character is Sun Jin Woo, who's basically the Kaneki, the Guts, the Thorfinn. Seriously, what are we talking about? He's a super weak character, but with good intentions, as all weak people are. He's a hunter, so he can make money and pay for his mom's hospital bills, as well as get his oddly sexualized little sister through college. Seriously, she looks like she's posing for a porno in every single picture she's in, but you know, I get it. But after a mission goes sideways, he ends up almost dying like a little baby boy, like a little stupid, weak little baby Korean boy, you're gonna cry? You're gonna cry to your mom? You cry to your mom? Oh wait, yeah, she can't hear you all the way from the hospital, you little stupid small pussy boy. And Joker, why are you doing this? Nah, shut up, Joe, you're the one in love with him. Anyway, he basically gets a game HUD and daily missions. Mind you, this is real life and not a game. He is the only one that we know of as of chapter 50 that can see these things, so it's a huge leg up on the competition. He uses these newly found abilities to go from the weakest cute Korean boy to the oh my god. Is that him? Jeez. Jesus Christ. That's him? Even his sister Loki has the hots for him. Alright, Joker, that is literally not true. Can you not? Well, if I was his sister, I'd definitely whip out the twister board for family game night, am I right? Right hand on him. Anyway, the story follows Sun Jin Woo as he slowly gets stronger and learns that with strength comes new rules. See, being strong is nice and all, because obviously you can flex and knock out half a dungeon, but also it puts him in positions where he might need to hurt some people, and that's certainly new to him. Now, while a lot of it reads like your average male power fantasy, there are some interesting moments and characters overall. In my opinion, this story, while similar to a lot of other stories in certain aspects, explores its main character in a very interesting light. He's never really been through any bad experiences per se, other than the first dungeon in the story, but he still is slowly becoming a darker person. And I don't mean just tall, dark, and handsome. Within the first 50 chapters, we watch the innocent and weak Sun Jin Woo become a slightly apathetic, super strong leader type figure. I mean, it's almost jarring, but in the context of the story, it absolutely made sense. Life is now a game, and if he completes his missions, he's guaranteed rewards and stat boosts, which then allow him to get even more strong, to clear even more missions and get even more rewards. It's a system that rewards the player for just playing the game. Sun Jin Woo isn't just aware of that, but actively says that yes, the game is trying to control him, but he can use the game too. he uses it for strength, and in doing so, he's slowly transforming into a completely different person. The 49th chapter ends with him acquiring a job, which, like in most RPGs, is a class that grants him new abilities, and unlike the people playing the RPGs, yeah, they're finally getting one. The curveball of what the job is a really nice story twist. And also, it's very telling of the path that he's going to be on. I guess the question the series poses is, would you give up who you are if it meant guaranteed success in whatever it is you're trying to do? It's a question that I think isn't as easy as most people would figure, but Sun Jin-woo made his decision. Whether it was the right one or not has yet to be seen. But man, he's fucking hot now. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm a little bit under the weather, so that's why this video was pushed back a bit, but yeah, I highly recommend this series. If you haven't read it, I'm sure you've at least heard of it. It's kind of big right now, so definitely give it a read. The artwork is fantastic, the pacing is pretty great, and the story altogether is just a really fun one, so I do highly recommend it. I'll probably link everything in the description to go read it, and yeah, so that was my time. I've been Joker, thank you all so much, love you all, and until next time, goodbye.